Gang, welcome, welcome, welcome. Here we go. Another Your Saltwater Guide seminar. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're going to get going in just a few seconds here. I just want to thank you all for joining us. Thank you very, very much. Thanks for being a part of Your Saltwater Guide. Thanks for always hanging in there and watching the shows. Those of you that got the memo that we weren't going live till 6 o'clock tonight, and you jumped over here and you're checking us out, I want to thank you all very, very much for that. And those of you on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, thank you very, very much for always being there on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. We appreciate all of you. And those of you over on Megaphone, we appreciate you also. And thank you very much. And here we go. We got a good one for you today. It's all about how to catch fish and why do we fish. It's a super important show today because friend Mark Rayer and I just got done fishing up here in beautiful Lopez, Mateo. And I'm telling you, if you've never had the experience to fish up here, it is unbelievable how spectacular it is up here. And Mark, he owned charter boat business down in Los Barillas on the East Cape for many, many years. A lot of those of you that fish, you know Mark. Jen Wren Sport Fishing ran a first-class operation over there on the East Cape. And me, you know me, I've been fishing my whole life. But you know what? We were like a couple little kids yesterday. The drive all the way up here, we could not wait to get up here. We got here. We could not wait to get on the boat this morning. And we could not wait to go fishing. We fish every day. Well, I've been fishing a couple more days for a living than Mark, but regardless of that, the two of us, we fish a lot for a living. And you know what's the most exciting, besides our wives and besides all our pets and everything else, the most exciting thing for Mark and I is the opportunity to go fishing together as a couple buddies. And there's no, like Mark said, taking the drive up here yesterday, it's a 6.5 hour drive in a motorhome. We're buddies. We talk all the time. We know each other's stories. But I'll tell you what, we're going fishing. We sat in the motorhome all the way here. We talked the whole time, nonstop. Like Mark said last night when we got here. What did you say? Felt like the trip took 15 minutes.
Felt like 15 minutes drive time to me.
Because you know why? We all have the passion. We love to fish. We just love. And we were driving around today talking. We don't even care if we catch a fish. Where we are is so spectacular. It's so beautiful. This place is untouched. We drove for 35 miles on a boat in the mangroves, and we saw one building. Gang, there's nothing here. It's like Jurassic Park. But what I wanted to talk about is the passion. If those of you that have gotten into fishing in the last 5 or 6 years, and all you can think about is, I want to catch a big bluefin. I don't care about anything else. Well, then you know what? You probably don't enjoy fishing. You want to go into your bar, your work tomorrow, and show everybody the big fish you caught. That's okay, but man, that's not into fishing. When you get into fishing, you're as passionate as Mark and I are about it. We fish every day for a living, and then on our time off, we go fishing. And on our vacations, we go fishing. And Mark just got back from a trip drove from Cabo San Lucas to Alaska and back in his motorhome. And he had a phenomenal time with Jen. They saw all kinds of really bitchin' scenery, but some of the highlights of his trip were going fishing. Going halibut fishing, going salmon fishing, right?
Yep.
How crazy is that? The guy lives in Baja on the East Cape, has a beautiful home, had 3 charter boats. And all he can think about is he's going on vacation and he wants to go fishing.
All I do.
It's a big deal. It is a big deal, gang. And when you start to understand this and when you start to actually enjoy it, which this time of year is the time of year that you're going to learn if you like fishing or not, because you're a member of my website. So now you know how to fish the artificial reefs. And remember, all the artificial reefs in Southern California were built for one reason. For us, the sport fishermen, to go fishing. That's what those were built for. They were built for us to go fishing, and they're for you to take your children fishing. And if you don't know what these artificial reefs are or what we're talking about, you need to be a member of our website, yoursaltwaterguide.com. When I say our website, I built this website for us, all of us that fish all the time and love and have that passion of fishing, because my website's different than anything else out there. I'm not trying to get a house payment off of your membership fee. I charge $9.99 a month. What do you get with that? You get this passion every time you watch one of my videos. And I am so into making sure that you get a chance to experience the passion that I have. But the other thing we're different than anywhere else is we have a section called Fishing Reports and Community, where we all share our passion, all the members of the website. That's why I say it's your website just as much as it is mine, because you're getting all that for $9.99 a month. Now, if you want to know where all the spots are, that's a little upsell, but not a big upsell considering the price of fuel right now. It's a very small upsell. And then the game plans I put out every Thursday at 3:30 that put you right on the fish. And if you go to our fishing report section and read all the testimonials from people just like yourselves, all our members want to share with each other. All they want to do is make sure that you have a really good time when you go out fishing on your boat. And we share all our information, but we don't allow any negativity, not like you see over on TikTok or Facebook or Instagram when someone asks a simple fishing question. You don't have a bunch of really negative people jumping on you and telling you don't know what you're doing. And gang, I've been taking people fishing in Southern California for 46 years for a living. I've learned a few tricks, and I've stolen a lot of tricks from a lot of guys that have been doing it way longer than I have. But what I do is I transfer all that information into a humongous video series that helps you to get into the passion of fishing. Because let me tell you something, if you just bought a boat and you're trying to figure this thing out on your own and you can't figure out, gosh, I just can't figure any of this out. I keep going out there and I can't figure it out. Yeah, it's a huge lake, gang. And if you don't know where to go and what to do when you get there, there is a very, very small chance that you're going to catch anything. Now, that Dorado that showed up in the middle of the summer made a lot of people very, very good fishermen for that month and a half. There was a lot of super good fishermen. Just like this bluefin tuna has made a lot of superstar fishermen. But what I always say is, when you're really good, when you can catch fish winter, spring, summer, or fall, you can go out and put together a decent day out on the water with your family and friends. And then you get to the point like Mark and I are where, yeah, we catch some fish, that's cool. But if we don't catch some fish, that's cool. It's just unbelievable being out on a boat in the fresh air with friends and family. And there's nothing better than going out there and pulling off the impossible right now, 56, 57 degree water, and you got your son or your daughter on the boat, and you go to one of the artificial reefs and you follow my simple game plan and you fish the way I show you, and you're able to catch fish for your children. Let me tell you, there is no bigger thrill in your heart than when your child catches that first fish on your boat. Oh my gosh, right? When you see the whole thing comes together, when all that stuff meshes together, or when your wife says, hey, you know what you need to do? No, what do I need to do? You need to go fishing. What do? The minute she said that, I call Mark. Mark, I got to go. Kelly says I have to go fishing. There is no better feeling in the world when your wife tells you have to go fishing because she knows that it's going to recharge your battery and wake you up and put you in a better mood. Gang, I can't emphasize enough how important it is. And I'm going to be at that Pacific Coast Sport Fishing Festival. And if you show up wearing one of my shirts, your Saltwater Guide shirts, I'm going to give you free stuff. Baja Jerky has donated a bunch of Baja Jerky products. We got the mangoes. We got all the different flavored beef sticks, the Baja Jerky sticks. We've got their seasonings. We're going to have a ton of stuff we're going to be handing out to anybody that shows up with the t-shirt on. How do you get the t-shirt? Go over to my website, yoursaltwaterguide.com. Or excuse me, just type in Your Saltwater Guide, the store. Go to my store. When you're in there, just by visiting the store, you don't even have to buy anything. You're going to get entered into that contest on the 1st of February. Kelly Girl's going to pick one of your names out of the hat, all just by visiting the store. No obligation to purchase anything. You visit the store. My buddy Elliot that runs all my social media knows when you visit the store. Your name goes into a box. Kelly's going to pull that out. We're going to give away a free 6-pack charter on Bowline Sport Fishing to go bluefin fishing with me, Justin, his deckhand, and 3 of your friends. So there'll be 4 of you plus me, and I won't be fishing. I'll just be giving Justin crap all day if he doesn't put us on the bluefin. Believe me, I don't know if you've ever listened to me, but I can drip sarcasm pretty well. So you'll get that. You'll get a day of bluefin fishing with us on Bowline Sport Fishing just for visiting the website. But gang, while you're there, you know you're all coming to the Pacific Coast Sport Fishing Show. It's going to be incredible. Bill's put together one of the finest shows in the world. It's going to be 7 halls. I'm going to be there every day speaking on the stage. Plus, Kelly and I will be in our booth handing out swag to anybody that shows up with one of the shirts on. We have plenty of sponsors. We'll talk about the other sponsors on the show tomorrow that are going to be giving you guys free stuff if you show up with this shirt. How cool would it be to be sitting in the audience at my seminar and I see this shirt on you and you get some free stuff thrown at you? That's what's going to happen at the PCS show if you show up with one of my shirts on. So go over there, check out the store, check out all that stuff. But let's get back into what we were talking about because I had to just do that real quick. The passion of fishing is real and it's alive. And the way you hear me talk about it, the way you hear Mark talk about it, there's plenty of people in your life, in your family that love to fish and that want to pass that on to you. Take a second out of your busy life and think about that. Fishing, you don't even need a rod. You don't need a reel because we see them down here on the beach in Mexico fishing with a Tecate can with line wrapped around it and a hook and a weight on it, Mark, and they're flinging it off the pier.
Yep.
They're catching fish. You don't need to. The thing about fishing, the person that spends the most money is not going to catch the most fish. It's all about just doing it and being out there and being a part of. And the number one thing that makes it all mesh, though, is when you actually can catch fish, when you can actually go on your boat, go out, have a game plan, and catch some fish. That's why my website's so good. That's why we have 3,700 plus members. That's why people sign up every single day. And I'll tell you something, at the PCS show, the price of Your Saltwater Guide is going up as I built an app. And I don't know if you guys know how much an app costs, but they're not free. You're going to have an app. You're going to be able to sign on your phone, on either your Android or your iPhone. We're going to have both apps fully live by the PCS show. So understand, you come to the show, there'll be a show special, but it won't be nothing like what we're charging right now. It's going to be more. It'll be special, but it'll be specially more. I'm just trying to help you. You're all going to, listen, here's the funny thing. You're all going to be a member. You will. Because you're all going to get tired of catching nothing. You're all going to get tired of this phenomenal fuel price and having your beautiful boat and going out and trying to figure this out on your own like the superstars of Instagram and TikTok always say, do like I did. Figure it out on your own. Well, they're lying. They didn't figure nothing out on their own. Somebody showed them. Someone showed me. Someone showed Mark. We took those skills that we were taught and we honed them and we made them better because we weren't lazy. But someone showed us. We just didn't go out there and figure it out on our own. And I'm here to help you and help you to figure it out on your own by going to my website, yoursaltwaterguide.com. Gang, Mark and I have scallops. We have shrimp. We have oysters that we just got delivered here that we have to eat. So I'm going to jump off the show. I'm going to be back tomorrow with another phenomenal show. And we're going to talk more about Lopez, Mateo, and the fishery here and how important it is that you should all see. I'm sorry. Gary Graham's going to hate that. Gary Graham told me not to film Lopez, Mateo because it's like the little hidden gem in the Sea of Cortez or in the Magdalena Bay. It's absolutely spectacular. It's so spectacular here. It's unbelievable. It's an easy flight. from anywhere to Loretto, and then a 1 hour drive over the hill right into Lopez, Mateo. And there's Airbnbs here, and there's boats to rent. There's all kinds of cool stuff. Also, we're coming into the whale watch season, so there'll be all kinds of whales to see. My good friend Andy on the Red Rooster 3, he's going to be doing a couple of trips right here where I'm at, right out in front of where we are. He's going to be doing the Riviera trips right here. This place is magical. I will be on the show tomorrow and tell you all about it. You guys have a great night. Turn off the news. Remember, everybody on the news is lying. I don't care what side they're on. They're all lying. There's only one place you can get the truth, and it's from Your Saltwater Guide. Good
Tell
night.
them where we got our bait this morning.
Oh, the shrimp?
Yeah, no, the smelt.
Yeah, in the fog. If you want to catch bait, you got to be in the fog, right? That's the hot spot.
Yeah, well, our Ruben Duran,
our Pongalera, that we're going to give you his number tomorrow. There is nobody better. There's no one that works harder here.
We take off in the morning, and it's socked in solid, and away he goes, and we're going down the mangroves.
Pea soup fog. Mark and I couldn't tell you where we are if our life depended on it.
He pulls back the throttle, and he says, right here. He gets out his throw net. He goes up on the bow, and he starts looking around. He says, move the boat up just a little bit. We move the boat up. He throws the net and comes up
with a load of smelt.
Smelt.
We were using smelt, fly line and smelt today. I'll tell you all about how many fish we caught tomorrow. I'll have pictures up in the morning to show you what we caught. Absolutely incredible day. We caught everything we'd hoped for plus more.
So you know what he tells us in the afternoon? We're catching fish full speed. Don't tell anybody where we caught the bait. Like it's sucked in fog, like we could ever find it again if my life depended on it.
Like we would know where.
Don't worry. Is go the bait are in the fog. You got to go in the fog to catch
Don't worry. We're not going to share any secrets of anything. We don't have a freaking clue where we were. But we have the best guide here in Lopez, Mateo. The guy is super connected, and it works really well. So let me know if you guys want to do a trip like this. We're going to jump off of here and go have dinner. Good night.